Machiavelli wrote that a prince must learn how not to be good, not evil. Just never let yourself get cornered by rules someone else gets to write. Right now, someone close to you is asking 7 questions. Ordinary questions, kind ones even. And by the time you finish answering them, they know exactly how to move you. This is Machiavellian psychology, dark psychology, protective psychology, whatever label you want, applied to conversations you have every single week. None of these 7 questions look dangerous. They sound exactly like Tuesday. That's what makes them work. And question 7 is the one almost nobody survives. Question 1, be honest with me. It arrives soft, a wounded look, a hand on yours. But strip the packaging and it's a request to disable your filter. The same filter that keeps you from telling your boss what you really think. Bella DePaulo's research on everyday lying found most of what we call dishonesty is just social lubricant, the small edits that keep relationships functioning. Remove that lubricant and what follows isn't intimacy, it's leverage. The response that survives this, I am being honest. This is what I'm comfortable saying. A closed door, dressed politely. Question 2, what do you really think of him? In 1956, Mao launched a 100-flower campaign, inviting honest criticism of the party. A year later, everyone who spoke honestly was branded, imprisoned, or worse. Mao admitted it was a trap. How can we catch the snakes if we don't let them out of their holes? Every time someone asks what you think of a third person, they learn who you trust and how you talk behind backs. Answer true but useless. He's interesting. I don't know her well enough to say. Question 3. What's wrong? Are you okay? Psychologist Sidney Jourard found the person who discloses more feels closer, but loses status. Every confession hands over your current state, your pressure points, and future ammunition. Gratian's advice from 1647 still holds, don't show your wounded finger, or everything will knock against it. Stay emotionally honest without being structurally useful. Long week. I'll be fine. Question 4. Money. What do you make? What's your rent? What did that cost? Every number is a coordinate. Enough coordinates and someone has your position. Cialdini documented how information asymmetry lets one party structure offers that extract maximum value while the other feels they got a fair deal. Deflect gently. I do okay. I'd rather not get into numbers. Watch who pushes past that answer. The pushing is the data. Question 5. Why did you do that? The moment you answer why, you shift from acting to defending. Saul Kassan's interrogation research shows people under pressure invent justifications and then believe them. Every why in an argument makes you the defendant and manufactures a permanent record you didn't have 5 minutes ago. Refuse the frame, structurally. I had my reasons. It made sense at the time. Question 6. Are you free this weekend? Cialdini calls this the foot in the door technique. Friedman and Fraser's 1966 study found homeowners who agreed to a small sign were 77% more likely to later accept a massive billboard versus 17% who hadn't been pre-committed. Saying yes before you know the ask locks you in. Answer the meta question with a meta question. Depends what you have in mind. Question 7. What do you really want? This is the one that breaks people, because your desires are your operating system. Pult researcher Margaret Singer documented recruiters who asked what recruits wanted, listened for the pattern, then offered exactly that. Once someone knows your engine, they don't need to motivate you, they just dangle the fuel. Green's third law: conceal your intentions, not your goals. Just don't make them legible to people who haven't earned it. Answer was something true but smaller. I want to do good work. None of these 7 answers are lies. They're truth told at a different location. That's the whole skill. Not deception, not full disclosure, but choosing your own resolution. Once you hear these 7 questions this way, you can't unhear them, and most of what's been quietly draining you for years starts explaining itself. Here's where this gets practical. The same instinct protects you at work too. The coworker who just wants your honest opinion of the boss right before it turns into break room gossip. The relative who learns your rent and suddenly has a more expensive trip in mind. Protective psychology isn't paranoia. It's the same competence that stops you telling a stranger on a plane your relationship problems. You already know how to do this. You just forget, when someone close asks you to do it less carefully. If this reframed how you hear an ordinary question, watch the video linked on screen now, where the same 7-question architecture plays out inside office politics and family dynamics. Now, recognizing this behavior is only the first step. But if you want to understand the dark psychology secrets behind why people actually fall for it in the first place, and how to protect yourself, you need to know the next piece of the puzzle. Click right here to watch this video, where we break down the exact mind games being played right under your nose. I'll see you there.